for tuning in, everyone. I do apologize. I know I'm late with doing this review for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2. I also need to do American Horror Story. And I was going to do Scream Queens Season 2 that came out, but y'all will have to wait until this weekend because it is my birthday Saturday. Yay! I am turning that good old dirty 30. I know. No, I couldn't insert the joke. I'm still a little too inebriated from last night's, escapades. As I went to the Beyonce concert, the Formation World Tour, she was out here, and I got my life. It was a great birthday present, so thanks to my sister. I love you. She knew exactly what I wanted for my birthday. But we're gonna talk about last night's episode, I should say. And I gotta say, everybody, it was the perfect revenge. Ooh. Now, normally I give y'all a good little run through and I talk about everything that happened in terms of, beginning to end, but I really just want to get into some of the points that really took place on tonight's, or I should say again, last night's episode. My God, it was like, it should have been called The Death of Fifi O'Hara. It really should have. And yes, I've been online. I have read the entire article that she's done with Vulture. I have done the whole bit. And again, I also have seen and heard that, other contestants have also come to her defense in reference for things that were done, editing, how producers were handling, of course, the cast and questions they would ask them. So I'm not going to be as harsh as I was before towards Miss O'Hara. However, I'm going to talk about it like I am as a fan is how I'm going to speak about it. I'm going to speak about what I saw and how it was presented on the show, not you as a person. So please, for you fans of Miss O'Hara, do not take offense to this or any fan of any celebrity, because this is me just going off of what I saw on the television, okay? This may not be this is not how they act when they go home. It may not be who they are when they don't have a camera in front of them. You never know what people will be like until the cameras start rolling and someone's telling you what to do or what to say or how to say it or egging you or pushing you in a direction to say things. So, Miss O'Hara, we're going to get to you in a second, but I guess we should start off how the episode came together, y'all. So basically, we remember how it was in the workroom where, we had Fifi was talking mad junk on Alyssa. And everybody was just sitting there, nodding their heads. And all of a sudden, the mirror reveal, ooh, it's all the queens that just got eliminated. And Fifi was just talking shit. I mean, it was like the face crack of the century. Now, it is said that basically they set this up to be that way. Like, they asked Fifi to answer a question, and she just started going in. But I asked myself, if she knew that was going to happen, why feed into that and then go, oh, I knew they were going to make me out to be a villain. No, girl, okay, but I'm gonna be quiet because again, I wasn't there. So now, Coco Montrese walks back in the room. She gives us a reveal, like basically jacket on, jacket off. Here's the dress. I like the dress. It was cute. I enjoyed the wig too. And Coco's makeup has definitely improved. Y'all need to stop hating on that lady. There's a RuPaul's Drag Race fan page on Facebook. I promise you, they are so one-sided on things. They act like we all need to not read each other, but they read Coco like every day. And it's like, no, girl, you're not doing it out of being fun. You're just being a shady bitch about it, but we'll continue. Tatiana then comes in after, and she gives us a good old short wig, drop down tees with a bra and panty, choices. I love when Tatiana says that, by the way. Choices, like choices. Oh, it's very funny and clever. I like it. Then Ginger Minge comes in. Her reveal was not as, her top. I wasn't feeling the hoop look. I didn't get it. It looked like it was supposed to be a part of the space, or I guess the future of drag look that they did before. I wasn't really. It was alright. It was cool. But it was glad to see Ginger again, because Ginger is fun. I don't care what y'all say. And when Alyssa walked back in the room, I'm back again. You have to love Alyssa Edwards. Like, come on, people. Like, she is funny for no reason. And that's funny for me. When people can just talk and you can laugh, or they're just themselves and it's funny, it just makes it much easier for you to like someone and at the same time also get what their gig is about. Because Alyssa is very clear in who she is as a person, and we're gonna get to that in a second. I'm not gonna keep this video too long because I have a photo shoot in just, what time is it? In about an hour and 24 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up, but let's get into it. So Alyssa basically goes, now Fifi, I know you had a lot to say. And I was like, well, you did, bitch. And Fifi says, oh, if you want to get foolish, girl, you want to act foolish for all these people, blah, blah, blah. No, you already did that, bitch, but we'll be quiet. You already did that. And Alyssa's like, no, girl, I'm just saying, I thought you were a bitch to say stuff to my face. She's like, again, you're trying to play this victim role. No, Fiefs, that's you. Why is it Alyssa now playing the victim role? Why is Alyssa now the victim? Alyssa just asked a question, okay? I had to ask the same question. Now, it's messy of her to ask that question, slightly, but I would still ask the question, because that's just me. It's not being messy, it's just, well, girl, you had a lot to say. I was already here when this happened. You seem to have kept your mouth closed when that took place, but you felt much better talking shit whenever you felt I wasn't listening. Or I wasn't there to hear it. See, that's I have a problem with that too, Alyssa, so I'm with you on that shit, okay? Now, they had a little back and forth. Alyssa got hurt all the way together. Oh, yes, she did. I wish someone would say they didn't, but no, she did. She got her all the way together, especially in her little, what was it, the little confessional thing that they had to say. I forgot what Alyssa said, but Alyssa got her right together. Oh, yes. I hate it when someone who wants to get rowdy, and she wants to be a bowdy girl, but she's got nothing but weak sauce. And I'll tell you what that is for you girls who are not Southern, because I hear that shit all the time, and I have said that shit before. So when Alyssa said bowdy, rowdy, I was like, wait a minute, this is my speech. Rowdy is when you want to get buck and you want to start arguing with somebody. Like, for instance, if you question someone and you do it in a peaceful tone and someone then responds to you extremely defensively, very angry, because you saw how she was responding. Like, them finger waves were gone by the time Fifi was done shaking her head. Like, real talk. She was pissed to even be responding to that, which we can assume it had to do with the fact that everybody came back. Producers then said, hey, Fifi, how do you feel about the situation? And then all of a sudden, Alyssa's right there. Like, you set me up for that. Well, I mean, hey. When a rat likes cheese, motherfucker. But, no. Alyssa was like, calm down, Fifi. Oh, here we go playing the victim role. All this extra stuff. But that's that rowdy. When someone wants to buck up, but then it's like, why she get so live? And I just asked you a damn question. Then bowdy. Bowdy, what's bowdy, Matthew? Are you about that life? Are you about that life? Meaning, if you're gonna be the rowdy girl and you wanna be the one that gets up and wants to buck and wants to talk some shit and do the boop the most, you better be about it, okay? And be about it all the time. Own your shit. You wanna be the bitch? Be that bitch. Don't say, I want everyone to love me, and then not be the bitch. Rowdy, bowdy. Now y'all understand. And of course, we all know weak sauce is because she basically got rowdy, acted like she was about that life, and then she's gonna go, no, I'm not gonna play with you. And another thing, bitch, what Ginger Minge, what was that? Like, you're still mad at Alyssa for sending you home, but then you just said that you would have sent Katya, you would have let Katya stay, and you would have said, I'm gonna go home? Coco's head turning was perfect for that whole moment. It was like, what? And then when Alyssa said, what? Help me out, because I didn't understand that either. You basically were mad because you felt like everybody should play the same way, but then you would have let Katya stay because that's your friend. You a lie, girl. And I find that to be a big old lie. Could be the truth. I'm not gonna say that it's not the truth, but I found that to be a lie. It was a little womp to me. And like Alyssa said, I sense a stunt. And I did too. I said, now that's a stunt, because let's be real. $100,000 on the line, you're gonna let your best friend stay? Whatever, girl. Anywho, so the bottom four, the previously eliminated, the girls that then got sent home. Oh, I'm starting to talk fast, y'all, forgive me. I know it's time for me to start packing up. So let's wrap this up. The girls who were previously eliminated now had to come back into the competition. It's now a comedy show. So now we have to pair up with the queens who didn't, the queens who are still there. The queens that are still there, and the ones who were eliminated previously get to choose those queens. Okay, Alyssa, trying to get a redemption, chooses Alaska. Then we have Ginger chooses Katya, of course, best friends forever. And then we have Coco Montrese. Now, here's where the tea gets hot. Because I thought to myself, no, we would do Tatiana first. Because Tatiana was the next one. Tatiana then chooses Detox, and that was smart of her. Because it was like, I couldn't see her working with Roxy, and I couldn't see her working with Fifi. Just, it wouldn't be. Because once again, it would be Fifi trying to take up the bigger part to make herself better to then stay, and it wouldn't have been about her staying. That's just how it's been going. For the whole season so far, that's just how it's been. Then it came to Coco. Now, here's my tea. Let me pull it back up. Now, Coco is still pissed at Roxy, clear as day, because then she chooses Fifi as a partner. And let's be real, she should have chose Roxy. In my opinion, should have chose Roxy. I think Fifi actually would have done a better job by herself. Yeah, she probably would have. Because I don't know, Fifi could have done something. I don't know, I think Fifi would have worked better by herself. But she chose Fifi, and I was like, girl, that's bottom right there. Not just because Coco was, I like Coco. I just assumed, based on Fifi and previous challenges where it has to come to being funny and stuff, and then she said she was going to do that Cholo routine like she did in season 4. I didn't like that back in season 4. Like, oh, don't be jealous of my boogie. I did not like that. It was like, okay, girl. But it's a character. I know what you're going for. Anywho, continue. Now, what they have to do, though, is, of course, they have to come up with a sketch comedy, not sketch comedy, but a comedy routine, and they have to perform it in front of previous people who were also eliminated who did not get to come on to All Stars 2. And a couple of them y'all saw in the audience who should have been on All Stars 2. I was like, there go Trinity K. Bonet. Girl, they could have put Laganja on there. Ooh, they could have had Gia. It was like a lot of season 6. I was like, oh, they could have put a lot of season 6 in there. And then they had people from season 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. Da-da-da-da-da. I said, okay. Now, let's just go ahead and get to the show, right? Before we do that, Alyssa and Fifi make up, but it was really kind of like, I'm going to stick my ground, but I don't want to argue with you. Well, I'm going to stick my ground, but I don't want to argue with you either. Coco said it best. That was like Donald Trump and Obama having a hug. I don't buy it. It just wasn't, it didn't seem right. So, now, we get to, okay, main stage challenge. Now the girls have to do their comedy routines. Rupaul looks gorgeous as usual. Ross Matthews joins the cast. It was like family as usual, which is, you know, basically the cast now for season 8, where it was Ross and Carson and Michelle Visage, but then they had Todrick Hall, again, still, of course, part of the family here, which I wonder if Todrick's going to do season 9, because I like him as a judge. I like him as a judge. He's cool. He gives a good opinion. It's not overly, you know, womp womp. Him and Carson work really well. I like Carson's. Carson's a good judge. Now, onto the main stage. So, wait, who's it starts first? We'll just go through the girls. Coco and Fifi go in. No, it was horrible. It did turn into like some sort of, you know, sketch on SNL that wasn't funny. It did. Coco had like 2 jokes. Fifi didn't have any. I didn't get it. Bad. Then we get to Alaska and Alyssa. Oh my God. They were, like Alyssa said, we're going to play off of Alyssa's strength. No, like Alaska said. I didn't do Alyssa, right? Like Alaska said, we're going to play off of Alyssa's strengths because she's just funny being herself. And Alaska can do the same thing. Bam! Bird. Oh, that shit was funny. It was good. Then they had, who else came out? Okay, well, let's talk about Roxy. Now, Roxy was kind of wah. You know, I didn't understand. She really can't sell herself as a comedian. She's not a comedian, that's fine. But I don't know. I felt like giving her a break, though, because she did the whole thing by herself. And I was glad she did Tasha Salad. I thought that was cool, too. Then it had Ginger and Katya. It was okay. It wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be, but I know they're very funny queens, so it was kind of, it's okay. Then Detox and Tatiana slayed. They slayed that. They really did. It was fucking hilarious. I really enjoyed Detox's turn on it. I loved it. And I thought Tatiana played it just right. Tatiana has this thing that she's doing now, I guess, where she gives you the boy, like, she's so fishy, but she wants the joke to be, but I'm really a boy. And I get it because she does look down, you know what I'm saying? But it was good. I enjoyed them. So, okay. So what happened, people? We had 4 teams and 1 solo. and you know who won the whole bit, right? So they tell him, hey Coco, hey Ginger, I'm sorry you're not coming back. Bye bye. It's like, oh fuck. And then it's Fifi O'Hara and Roxy in the bottom. We could see that coming a mile away. Alyssa Edwards and Tatiana were our top two, with Alaska and of course Detox. But they all win a gown. But now it's the bottom. It's now the girls who were previously eliminated now have to lip sync their way back into the competition. And my God, we're gonna get into it. Okay, so of course now it's up to Alyssa Edwards and Tatiana to decide who goes home. Bitch, if this wasn't the funniest kiki ha moment of the show, because baby, this last week was Fifi O'Hara basically saying, I'm about to send Alyssa home, fuck that bitch. Like, dead on it. Now it's the other way around. And what does she want to say? I don't feel like I should have to explain myself why I should stay. You do. You really, really fucking do. She did, and it was clear that both her and Tatiana were gonna send her home. But I still was gonna keep this video quick, and I'm now at 16 minutes, but we're gonna keep going here because I still have more tea to talk about, and it was that good of an episode. My God, listen. When Tatiana called out that shit on Fifi saying, oh, that's funny, girl, and I know you playing a game because you just told Detox 2 minutes ago that I wasn't funny, but yet you're now sitting down with me telling me that they couldn't understand what Detox was saying, so I was really worried for you guys. I love that shit. Oh, play it for that radio, okay? Tata said, I know what you're doing. Her head went, I know what you're doing. Oh. Great. Let's wrap this up. Baby, Alyssa and Tatiana brought the house down to Rihanna's Shut Up and Drive. That was one of the best lip syncs of all time in the history of the show. Y'all tell me, do you agree or not with that? Because I was like, the whole time. At first, I'm like, Alyssa got this. Because it's Alyssa. We know Alyssa can turn it. But Tatiana was really fucking good. Like, Tatiana was really good. She was keeping up. She was bucking. She dropped a little bit in there. She was knowing how to... She hit that back bit. I said, okay. Alyssa went in that split at the right time with that back bit. I was done. I said, oh! Now, RuPaul decides and goes, the winner is... Tatiana. Tatiana returns. We all heard the rumors on the internet about this. So I was assuming Alyssa was going to go home too. Alyssa, you're also a winner, baby. They split the 10,000, both get 5. We got our girl Alyssa Edwards back, and Tatiana came back into the show. Tatiana left too soon. We all can agree with that. And Alyssa leaving that was like, not fair. So I think everybody just got we all got what we wanted with that episode. I think we all, like, they had to have set that up because it was set up so bad the previous episode to hate the show to now love it again because they brought our two of the favorite queens back in the competition. Then RuPaul pulls a stunt and says, you know what? Since I'm keeping you both have the right to send someone home, and say if you both have someone's different name, you can then send 2 queens home. Roxy was like, so wait a minute. I said, oh, I know. I would be pissing my pants at that point. But let's be real. They were going to send Fifi home after that bullshit-ass interview that they gave her. And I was very proud of them for doing that. So Fifi leaves mad. And she's like, I'm not going to hug any of the girls. Oh, I guess I'll hug Tatiana. I'm not going to hug Alyssa, though. Like... Then has a whole thing, I'm going to sell this on the internet. Did a whole little wah. I just said, oh my God, here we go. This is the stuff that we're talking about. This is the stuff that we have a problem with. This is stuff that we are not feeling right now. You know what I mean? So that happened. And I was pleasantly pleased. I said, okay, well. Now, in Fifi's defense, which I don't have a defense for Fifi, I will say, yeah, that was rough. And if it was edited down like that, like the way she was explaining in the Vulture article, I would feel some kind of way and I would be greasy too. But girl, if they really played you to be a villain and you're saying that you weren't, then that's, wow. But you really were, like, see, it was season 4 all over again. But not really, because you were bad in season 4. But no, this one, it just seemed like you were very strategic and catty about a lot of stuff. So I don't know, but Fifi O'Hara is saying that she's not going to do this anymore, and I'm just like, oh, come on, don't do that. Like, don't take it away just because of that. I know there's people that, like, really hate you for some odd reason. I don't hate Fifi O'Hara, everybody. I just, you know, she was not presented well on television. It's very hard for me to, like someone that way when they were coming for Sharon Needles extra hard, and even though Sharon threw her under the bus at one point in time, we remember that. It's just a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I don't know about Fifi. I can't. But all I can say is I was happy my girl Alyssa Edwards came back on the show and Tatiana got back on the show. Cannot wait for the next episode. It's going to be good. Thank you for another wonderful episode, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 2. I'm telling you. So before I end this video, one more thing that I thought was funny. When Roxy, oh yeah, 2 points here. It's about Roxy Andrews, all right? Roxy, I'm going to say you have definitely redeemed yourself. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I like her so much better on All Stars than on season 5. I like her so much better. Like, her drag is still wonderful, but she's not so focused on other people that I get to like her more. And I want her to do better because Roxy is fierce. But I'm glad that you showed a real redemption story, Roxy. I'm like, maybe they played it that way. But I don't know. You never know. But Roxy definitely gets the redemption for her season, absolutely. And 2, when she did the Mean Girls reference with the whole girl, what you think about Melissa? Well, Melissa, how do you feel about what she said? I was cackling so loud when that was done because it's the truth. It's like, that's pretty much what happened. Great shit, everybody. So, hey, for my new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. Forgive my eyes if they decided to cross here for just a moment. I'm like delirious, tired, running on 3 hours of sleep, and I did so much today. But I want to thank everybody so much for subscribing, liking my shit, commenting on it too. Let's keep the discussion going. That's why I have this video, so we can also discuss this all together here, and you can share this with your friends, some of your family members, because you know I got a little potty mouth. But I thank you so much again. I really appreciate the love. And again, tune in next time for another exciting installment of Matthew's Rants, Raves, and Reviews. Also, stay tuned because I will be doing Scream Queens 2, American Horror Story for Chapter 2, because baby, that was some twist there. And if y'all have a show that you watch that you think I might like to watch too, that we're already in and maybe I'm already watching that you'd like to see me do a rant and review on, let me know. Because, you know, I watch a lot of TV, and my DVR is always full. So, thanks again. I'll have a good day, okay?